I have decided after much deliberation that it's time for me to tell my truth. Yes, I am Lord Lucan.
No one seems to notice me. Isn't it a sin? What a crazy world we're living in. How's your father? Brown bread.
Well, good evening, campers, ladies and gentlespoons. There's a lot of odd new language about, isn't there? Lots of things that people of a certain age, my age and our age, struggle to understand. Lots of things like the woke society. It took me ages to figure out what that actually meant, only to discover that it's the most inaccurate description that you could ever have. The people that share those views are not woke at all. Most of them haven't got the faintest idea what's going on around them. Amazes me. But this whole thing about my truth is a bit worrying because it's mega malarkable, whatever a point was. It made a point of saying this is my truth. And even our glorious Majesty in her written response said recollections will be different. And that's probably the most polite. What else would you expect from Her Majesty? She's not going to come out and accuse anybody of telling lies, even if she knows deep down inside that they probably are. But nonetheless, clearly they were lies. I don't really buy into any of the stuff that she said about not knowing who Harry was. I mean, it'd be a little bit, just a teeny weeny little bit. Anyway, I'm not going to get dragged into that. Got no time for her or now Harry. I'm very sad to say. But this whole thing of my truth, and they're all at it. What's her name? Jeanette McCranky, Nicola Sturgeon. Same thing. This is the way that I recall it. If you go back and look at that performance in front of the committee, she didn't remember any of it. She didn't answer any questions. Oh, I don't really remember that. I don't remember this. Don't remember that. Didn't answer anything. But in interviews since, well, you know, that's her truth. Subscript, it's a lie. They're all at it. And I actually saw today something that is really very, very disturbing. Another attack on free speech, which I haven't really taken very seriously up to now. I know that you can't argue with a liberal, a modern liberal, because the only opinions that they are interested in are their own. If you have a different opinion, they want to shut you down, they want to shout you down, they want to deplatform you, they want to cancel you, they don't want anybody to hear what you've got to say simply because they haven't got any answers to their own problems. So I've always wondered how long that will last and if it will start to go away, but it seems to me to be getting worse. Up in Scotland, they've passed free speech laws that, well, I think they're very dangerous. They make hate speech illegal in the confines of your own home, and they are going to decide by sending in the thought police what hate speech or hate thought is. So much nonsense. I saw today from the London Assembly, David Curtin, who I sincerely hope is going to be our next mayor, asking Sadiq Khan questions about certain proposals that had been made in NHS trusts to do away with words like mother and breastfeeding and maternity and pregnant women are now to be referred to as pregnant people. I wasn't aware that men could get pregnant. Well, let's be fair, they can't, can they? It's all part of this ridiculous transgender thing where they want to ram it down our throat that gender is fluid and people can be whatever they want to be. Well, I'm sorry, but I do try not to swear on this particular channel, but this is a genuine case for it. It's bollocks. Men cannot be women. Women cannot be men. It's as simple as that. It's a scientific fact of life. And people need to start getting their head around that before they are going to the London Assembly, where David Curtin was shut down by two women who claimed that he shouldn't be allowed to speak because what he was saying was offensive to some members of the community. Yeah, probably like 0.0001% who have this illness. And it is an illness. Gender dysphoria. It's been called so many things, but yes, there are people. I've said this before. I said it on a video last week or the week before. There are people who genuinely feel that they've been born into the wrong bodies and have gone down the medical route, the surgical route of being put right in their minds, let's say. And I have full respect for those people, absolutely. I don't buy into this, well, I identify as a woman. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm still going to keep all my tackle that makes it possible for me to still be a man when I choose to be, but I identify as a woman, therefore I'm going to go into a woman's prison, I'm going to go into women's toilets, and you're going to call me she and her and whatever. Well, I'm sorry, but no, I ain't going to do that at all. But it's just another example of this whole culture that we've got of new language that's being invented, and it's almost like a kind of name calling. You're if you disagree with it, you're transphobic. Well, I'm not frightened of trans people. I'm not frightened of anybody, never have been in my life, which is probably why I'm covered in scars and broken bones. But that's the wrong word. It's not phobic. I don't know what it is. If you disagree with them, phobia is an irrational fear. I actually have to chuckle at this because arachnophobia. Here in England, I agree. Yes, it's an irrational fear of spiders. I'm terrified of spiders. Just said I weren't scared. Not scared of any human beings. Not all that keen on spiders. And it's irrational because they can't hurt you. If you live in Australia, I don't think it's irrational. Where you've got them funnel web things that can kill you stone dead, and black widows and whatever that hide under the carsy seat. I don't think that's irrational at all, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. But that's another story. Anyway. So yes, be interesting to see in the comments below if you get a minute to tell me if I've got this wrong somehow, that they're inventing new language. I don't consider myself to be. I certainly lean towards the right without a shadow of a doubt. I have done all my life. But a liberal would tell you, if I was having this conversation with, I don't know, let's say Sadiq Khan, he would say that I am extreme right. Which is a way of name calling. I'm not extreme right. So it worries me that they're inventing new phrases to make allowances for their crazy warped ideas that they then expect 99.9% of the community who are normal to take it seriously. Makes no sense. Tell me what you think, and while you're at it, do please give us a little subscribe if you would be so kind. See you next time.